What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video here on Loud and Proud. This is the truck up for a giveaway right now. 1997 F-350 7.3 PowerStroke. It's getting a bunch of new stuff, new wheels, new tires, some new suspension components, a couple new items under the hood, headlights, taillights, all kinds of jazz. It's gonna be really cool and very well done. Beautiful truck, no rust. A couple dings. You know, it's a truck. It's been around for 20 plus years.
Now, I'm 6'3", so to put in perspective,
it's a big boy truck.
It's a big truck.
It's a big truck, but we're not here to talk about this 7.3 today.
7.3s are a good truck.
7.3s are a really good truck, and you could win this truck. Every $15 you spend is another entry to win this beast. The giveaway ends in 28 days, maybe 27 or less by the time you see the video. Ends February 5th. New hats. New hats. Richardson 110 caps. Classic trucker style hat. Fit very, very nicely. Very comfortable. But let's get on to the topic of this video. We had something unfortunate happen to one of the trucks. Moment of silence for Whitey. I'm gonna let my dad go through kind of what happened more in explaining, because he saw what happened to the truck. He was on the scene. I wasn't there when it was where it was. So
my first diesel pickup truck, 7.3 Whitey, 2002 F-350.
You know what's really quick, you know what's kind of sad is we just had a bunch of people asking about it in a live stream like 2 days ago, like, where's that truck been? We haven't seen it.
Well, here's the thing with that truck is for about a year I've been saying I'm going to sell it.
For like 3 years.
Yeah, for 3. I couldn't just, I don't know. There's an attachment to that truck because that's my first diesel. I've had the truck forever. So I've been toying with the idea of selling it, but then I've been also toying about the idea of, you know, putting the lift in the tires and, you know, doing some body work, and at least before I got rid of it, at least do what the justice that it should have had, just because it's been a good, faithful truck. But this morning I was at church and Malachi comes running over to me and says, Evangeline just put the truck in a ditch. And I thought, crap. So basically, I didn't know where they were. I get a hold of them. I'm thinking that basically the truck just went into a ditch. I take my King Ranch over.
Like no biggie. It just
I'm thinking it was okay, because the way
the
message I got from my other son through text was we slid into a ditch. So I'm thinking I was just going to hook a tow strap up, pull it out, and as I get closer, I get a text that says Evangeline called 911, which is a good thing. And then I see the cop car, and then I see a Whitey, you know, on the other side of the road, way up in a ditch, like almost into a cornfield on the opposite side of the road. So when I get there, what had happened apparently was the truck was going down. They hit some black ice, started to fishtail. She put the brakes on, and then it went down into the ditch. And then when it hit the ditch, then it popped up and then landed, boom, like this. But in doing so, the front driver's side wheel was broke off, tire off the rim. The whole front passenger side was the bumper and stuff was all smashed up. The bed was kind of crinkled up, and even the downpipe from the exhaust off the turbo down was laying on the ground. It came off
the turbo and was laying under the truck.
So it was basically suspended, almost like the lift of this particular truck, to where from one side of the ditch to the other.
Because Evangeline did send me a couple pictures, and I'll put them in here throughout this video, but of you standing next to it, and you were about the same height, like your head was below the mirror, because the truck was up on a ditch on both sides, and then in the middle was just obviously there's the ditch.
To get license and registration, I had to, or registration to insurance stuff, I had to reach up and get it. But so I don't know what's to come of the truck. Basically, it was towed over to the tow company's place, put in storage, and the insurance adjuster will, of course, look at it and see what's going on. My assumption, though, is that they're probably going to total it, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. If they don't, then they'll at least fix it, but in the same sense, I just don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, what we're kind of thinking is chances are they're going to total it, given it's going to need a new bed, new bumpers, new front end. It could have frame damage. I mean, you don't know what's with the axles. All kind. You just don't know, because the whole thing was all banged up in the front and rear. But
yeah, so it's kind of it's a good thing in the sense that my kids are okay. They did the right thing in terms of making sure that they called the police and everybody's safe. The sad thing is, of course, I would love to have, even if I didn't touch Whitey and just sold it as is, it would have been better off than scrapping
At least,
the truck. Yeah.
even if it got wrecked a year later, you never heard about it.
Yeah.
Like when it left you, it was like you never saw anything happen.
But so it's kind of a sad moment.
And I was telling Dad, and it's one of those things where I'm like, I cracked on that truck so much in the past like year, because he's like, do a giveaway with my truck, fix my truck up, put money and do a giveaway with that truck instead. You know, I'm just like, I don't want to work on that truck. It's got rust. It's got 270,000 miles. I'm like, ain't nobody want that truck. I'm like, just kind of like, I love that truck, but just kind of like, it's just not, I just don't want it to be my project right now. You know what I mean? And then when I saw the pictures of it all, busted up in the ditch, and I'm just like, sitting in church, and I'm like, I'm kind of really heartbroken right now. Like, I was dogging on that truck, but I'm like, I am actually kind of sad, because even though it wasn't like my number one project right now or something that I'm like, I wanted to work on and stuff, it was like, that's the only truck that I remember at all. Like taking trips to Pennsylvania, deer hunting, public ground, like growing up, that's the only truck I ever rode in up until 2013 when you got the King Ranch. So it was just one of those deals. It's kind of like, oh, I didn't realize how much I liked that truck until it's totaled in a ditch, you know what I mean? But like you said, everybody's good. So it's one of those deals where it's like, and like you mentioned, the airbags didn't go off in it, and it was banged up pretty good. The whole front end was smashed in, and I'm like, it could have been almost like a blessing in disguise, where you don't know if for some reason airbags might have been faulty. You sell the truck, somebody gets an accident going 70 miles an hour, and the airbags don't work.
Right.
So it could have been better that nobody got hurt and the truck got totaled out versus, I mean, you just don't know.
You don't know.
You just don't know what could have happened otherwise. So it's almost like, take it as a learning experience or
Count
something
your blessings, it's just a truck.
Yeah,
so.
That's the thing, is like, it's a truck. That's why it's like when people are like, how could you possibly give away these trucks? Why don't you just keep them? Well, it's like, do I love them? Yes, they're awesome. They're great. They're a lot of fun, but it's a truck. You know what I mean? So to me, I'd rather give somebody a truck than just keep holding on to things and getting attached to them like that, even though I do love them, like the, like the dually and like the Whitey. Now I'm realizing, like, dang, I really miss that thing. But it's just a vehicle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one thing. The tow truck driver, he was like, man, he's like, it's so sad that this thing got beat up, because he's like, these 7.3s like this, he's like, you just can't get them like this anymore. They're faithful. So he's like, unless it's a 6.7, 7.3 is the only way to go.
Yeah,
but it's
a really cool truck. So at the end of the video here, we're going to show some clips around the truck if we can get some pictures. And then other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Even though this wasn't really the most uplifting video, hopefully you guys took some good notes from that of a better way to look at things in terms of perspective. But every $15 is another entry to win this 7.3, which is not totaled out. It's in really good, clean condition. New hats. We may or may not have some signed hat options. May or may not. Check the store, just don't know. I'll let you know if they are on there. But anyways, thank you guys so much. Enter the giveaway. Appreciate everybody's support very, very much. Giveaway ends basically at the end of the month, so do not miss out. We will see you in the next video. Peace.
No bueno. She's got some damage now. The wheel's busted off too, off the rim. She's gonna get towed till we figure out what's going on.